Kristen Ferris is with us. Yeah, she's an intern here. She's been coming in on Thursdays and joining us at the studio and learning different aspects, I guess, of the radio station. Well, let's find out a little bit about Kristen. First off, who is Kristen Ferris?
Well, I grew up in Goodridge, and I now go to Bemidji State for sport management and mass communications with a minor in coaching football.
Okay, tell us about your family.
Well, my mom was a special ed teacher in Goodridge for a number of years. My dad kind of jumped all over and ended up retiring as the math teacher over in Goodridge, and now is doing stuff that retired people don't do, as in work. And then my mom is working at Fozzie's, and I've got 4 older brothers kind of spread out throughout the U.S., and one lives on the same land as my parents, one's up in International Falls. The middle brother is in New York, and then one by Dallas, Texas.
Okay, all right. Now, you're going to BSU.
Yep.
Okay, so you graduated Goodridge High School?
Yes, graduated in 2017.
Okay, and you went to BSU?
Yep.
And this is your final, you're in the final months then?
Yes, counting down to May 7th or May 8th, one of the two.
Okay. You're here interning, and you're kind of learning a little bit about what we go through here at the radio station, but you've got some pretty big aspirations. What are your goals here? What are you thinking? I
eventually want to get into scouting and recruiting for a football team, preferably an NFL team, but at this point, I'm kind of seeing what I can do. Just kind of into football operations, media management, that kind of thing.
Okay, all right. And you have some experience doing this at BSU, right?
Yep. So I interned with the BSU football program, and I am in charge of their recruiting design and a bunch of their scouting and recruiting stuff, as well as operations, and then athletic media relations for BSU. So I specialize in football, hockey, softball a little bit, and tennis.
Okay, and you want to be a scout, an NFL scout?
Yes.
Not typically female dominated,
nope.
is it?
Nope.
This is more of a male oriented, but you want to get your hands in it. So, what are some of the bigger hurdles that you have to get over to try to get there?
A big thing is just getting out there and getting the experiences, whether it's through like a D2 school like BSU or getting on as an intern with a D1 program, getting connections within the league or within the NCAA, that kind of thing.
Okay. Kristen Ferris, 7-8 years down the road, where are we going to see you?
I want to be in some kind of long-term position with an NFL team. If it's not scouting, that's fine. If it's more of like the football operations or media management, I'm okay with that. Because once you're in the league, it's a lot easier to move around, I guess you could say, than it would be to just like jump in like, hey, I want this spot kind of thing.
Okay. How about teams? Is there some teams that you'd rather be at?
I mean, ideally Minnesota, but at this point, I actually just applied for an internship with the Green Bay Packers, so I'm at any level, really. That's the last choice on that list, but yeah.
So really hopes in the area of the United States, other than Minnesota being with the Vikings, but if you had some spot around the United States?
California or Texas. I have my brother down in Texas, and I'd love to work for Houston or Dallas. And then within California, there's all these professional leagues, and then there's more of like bigger D1 schools, so it's kind of an open, can kind of go where I need to go kind of thing.
Sounds like warm weather
teams.
So, how about some of the intricates here? What is your favorite movie?
Favorite movie is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
Interesting. Yep. Favorite type of food?
Depends on the day, but like an overall would be ham. Just ham. Just ham.
Ham, okay.
Like a Thanksgiving ham.
Oh, okay. So for the holidays.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Favorite candy bar?
Butterfinger.
Butterfinger. All right. How about music? What kind of music would we find you jamming to down the road?
My playlists are kind of all over the place. They go from heavy metal to pop to country to like Christian music to some like Hamilton and Broadway hits and that kind of thing. So it's kind of all over the place.
It really is. Okay. Favorite thing that you've done in college? You've been in college now for a number of years. What is one of the highlights, some of the things that you're going to look back and go, wow, this is great. This is a lot of fun in college.
Biggest thing would be with the football team. Like, outside of doing the work and going to practice, going to games, that kind of thing, just kind of spending time together, because I'm one of those people that really likes making connections with people. So just spending time with them, there's too many stories about dumb things they've done or like places we went and that kind of thing.
Stuff that we can't put on the air. So. All right. Well, thanks for coming and being an intern here. We hope that if you didn't learn anything, at least you had fun here.
Yeah.
Kristen Ferris, our intern here at Thief River Falls Radio on Mark's Interviews.